What's up, guys? It's your typical black boy Ovani back on the mic again, bringing you guys a gameplay commentary. It is a supported double MOAB, which should have been a triple. I was in a four-man party with it was me, Missouri, Deturi, and Mazer the Laser. Shout out to those guys. Actually, really shout out to Deturi because he was the only one really running support. I guess that night he just wasn't feeling it or something. I don't know. Maybe he was just being supportive. But yeah, that's pretty much about the gameplay. It's just a double, nothing too special. Could have been a triple if my teammates didn't triple cap towards the end. Well, the two randoms on our team triple cap towards the end. But hey, you can't. There's nothing you could do about that. But anyway, what I want to talk about is a question that Swifty, aka Missouri, asked me. He was like, "How did I get into pub stomping?" He said I should make a commentary over it, so I am. And the way I got into pub stomping was, well, I started getting into pub stomping when I used to watch Amp, which would now call Doom. Because if you guys know this backstory of Amp, what really happened to them, then you'll understand. And Carnage, because those were the two biggest pub stomping clans out there. It was before all these other clans came, but yeah. But what got me pub stomping? Well, I didn't really know how to pub stomp. I mean, I didn't know what pub stomping was because people always talking about like sniping, competitive, and red gunning, which obviously is not the same thing as pub stomping. Red gunning and pub stomping are two different because red gunning goes under the category of competitive. Because in competitive you could do sniping competitive and red gun, which means regular gun, and that's what people started saying red gun. So red gunning, if you guys didn't know that, red gunning and pub stomping are two different things. And so yeah, I didn't know like all about the run spawning, like how to run in spawns and how teammates hold down the spawn so you could run in there and they kept spawning there. I never knew about that until you guys know I talk about this person all the time in my videos, majority of the time. Pre-advise, because he's my duo, because we always be in a two-man party when like, we getting gameplays. But yeah, he taught me how, because he's like, better to run quick draw. My first class setup was sleight of hand, marksman, and hardline, because that was the easiest. And then I stop using that because I started like we're using different perks. I'm like, well, if you could do it with that, let me try a sleight of hand assassin hardline. That also works. Or you would try a sleight of hand hardline marksman or sleight of hand hardline assassin. You get the point. Long as you start off with quick draw, scavenger, and stalker, you could just play around with your specialist perks to your best of ability. And so, yeah, I didn't know much about the running spawns until he taught me, and then that's when I joined this one clan called Ink. Not there's two different inks. Let me get this straight. There's the competitive ink, the INCK, but the ink I'm talking about was called Incorporated, which was spelled INC, but we were called Incorporated, or they was called Incorporated. It kind of ended though back when I went AW. It started during AW and then AW. Don't ask why. I have no idea. I was on vacation when they ended. When they ended. I was in Mexico because I was on I forgot where I was doing. Oh, I was on my I think it was my it was my graduation cruise. I was on a cruise when we went to Mexico. So and then we was in one spot of Mexico, a hotel that had Wi-Fi, and I just turned it on. I just saw on the kick on my we use kick, so don't judge us. We use kick, and I just saw all pre-advised. He told me like, yeah, ink ended off of some nonsense, but I don't really care because it's dead now. So I'm already in a better clan now, darkness. So it doesn't even matter. But yeah, so I didn't know much about the running spawns until pre-advised showed me how to. He showed me how to run all the maps. Really, to this day, the easiest map to run spawns on is Terminal, obviously. But I don't like playing on Terminal. I mainly play bootleg. If I ever get a 9-man or a 6-man or whatever, I always normally would run bootleg. Um, what's it? Resistance, and I try to do Fallen, but it doesn't really work out. I try and tend to play that solo on Fallen, but and Downturn. So those are the three main maps I normally would try to run spawns on: is bootleg, resistance, and downturn. Because I don't really like terminal because terminal is just too easy, obviously. And well, kind of resistance kind of easy, and also bootleg if you just on bootleg on the C flag if you just head glitch. Same thing with the what you call it, the C flag on resistance, use head glitch on top. But then but on resistance you gotta run back and forth. But like yeah, so that's how I got into pub stuff. It was just basically watching Doom and Carnage, all that good stuff. The person I used to watch the most was Amp Energize, if you know what that is. If you actually type that in, it'll still pop up as Amp Energize because he never changed YouTube because he actually stopped doing YouTube. And another person was Doom Magician, aka Matty Ice. I used to watch him because he always would like drop quads and all that good stuff. So yeah, I used to watch those two the most. And yeah, so that's how I got into pub stomping. All through watching YouTube videos and actually meeting somebody that actually knew how to do all that good stuff. But yeah, guys, this video is wrapping up. As you can see, Dutch just got online or offline. I can't even see. I'm so far back from my computer. But yeah, this is typical Black Boy running, saying goodbye.
Change no fucking blouse up, bitch, I make it rain shower. You did that, they wanna know a thing about you.